As you near finishing a project, the number of tracks and plugins can push the limits of your system. The track freeze function in Ableton can help resolve these CPU-related issues. So let's take a look and see how to use it. I know that I've got some CPU problems, or at least I'm hitting the CPU pretty hard down here in the second half of this out chorus. So what I want to do is I want to show the new performance meter that's new in Ableton 11 here at the bottom. And remember, you can do that by clicking on this last show hide button on the lower right hand corner. And now I'm going to play this last chorus scene here, and we'll watch these meters and we'll look for the areas where, or the tracks where the most CPU usage is happening. Here we go. Okay, so everything looks pretty much okay here, except we're really seeing it light up this ugly piano track. So let's go ahead and freeze that track. Now, when we freeze a track, what it's going to do is it's going to render any automation and any of the plugin processing that's happening on that track, and it's going to render it to a temporary audio file. And when we play this scene or we play the track, we're actually going to be hearing the temporary audio file. And by doing that, we're going to relieve all of that processing that is taking place to run that through the plugins on the track. So let's go ahead and let's right-click on the track nameplate, and let's choose Freeze Track from the contextual menu. Now this can take a minute most times. I've already done it once just to prepare it, but just beware that it might take a minute to actually do that. So a track that's been frozen, when you look down in device view, you'll see like this translucent blue curtain that's been pulled across, and you'll notice that I can't grab any of the controls and move them anymore. Similarly, if I choose one of the clips on the track and look at it here in clip view, that same curtain has been pulled across the MIDI notes and across any of the controls on the track. So in addition to not being able to make any changes, just note that any of the clips on the track won't respond to any changes of tempo. You can't transpose those clips, and you can't do anything with the warping functionality. Now, I'll also point out that if I hit my tab key, and let's hit the back to arrange button, you'll notice that we see the same thing has happened to the track here in arrangement view. So when we freeze a track, if there's content in both windows, it's going to write that temp audio file for both windows. All right, let's come back over here and let's hit and play the big chorus track again, and let's check out the meter. Okay, so we can see now that the ugly piano track really isn't causing any CPU overload. We've got a little bit on the marimba bass track and on the sine bass track, and so we might consider freezing those tracks at some point. But at this point, we're good on this track. Now, at a later point, we might need to make changes. There might be a wrong note, or we might want to adjust some of the processing that's taking place. Well, we can do that. All we need to do is go back up to the track nameplate and right-click and choose Unfreeze Track from the contextual menu. Now, we can select a clip. We can make a change to a MIDI note or anything here in clip view, or we can Shift-Tab over to the devices, and we can make any changes that are necessary. When we're done, we can go back up to the track nameplate and right-click again and choose Freeze Track again from the contextual menu. And now we're back to where we were. Now I hadn't made any changes here, and that's why it froze the track so quickly. Now, there might reach a point where we're happy with everything that's on the track. We don't need to make any changes. And so we want to write all these clips as audio clips. And we can do that. So we can go up to the track nameplate and we can right click and we can choose Flatten Track from the contextual menu. That will take everything on this track and rewrite it as audio files, and there will no longer be any plugins on the track. Now, oftentimes before I do that, I'll go ahead and I'll duplicate the track, and then I'll go ahead and flatten that. And we can now see that each one of these clips has been rendered as an audio file. And at some point, if we need to, we can just delete this other track. Now that you're familiar with freezing and flattening tracks, you'll be able to manage CPU overload problems when they occur.